Hello friends, myself Ashish Kumar, and in this class we are going to discuss about the basic structure of a C programming language. Basic structure means what are the basic components needed during a program when we write down a program. So in the previous class we have learnt about what are the history of C programming, what are its features. In this class we will discuss about what are the main requirements while we will develop a C program. So there may be some compulsory parts, there may be some mandatory parts, or there may be some optional parts. We will discuss one by one. So just see, this is the basic structure of a C program. In the first part, it is a document section, which is not a mandatory part, it is a optional part. In the second part, linking section, it is also a optional part. Definition section, global declaration, main function. Within the main function, there is local variable declaration, function definition, and program statements, what the programs to be executed, and user defined functions. We will discuss one by one. So in the first part, it is document section. So what is document section? Document section is a part where we mention the comment lines of a program. Comment lines means what is the program all about, what is the name of the program, who is the author of the program, or who has actually created the program, and the date or date of creation of the program or the modification of the program. So all these things are written using the comment lines. This is known as comment lines. This is the comment symbol. This is a single line comment symbol, and for multiple line comment symbol we use slash star, then your message, then slash star. So it is a multiple line comment section. So single line comment section is with the double slash symbol, and multiple line comment section is mentioned within the star, slash star, and star slash. So for example, and its main purpose is to give an idea to the user who may be a layman, or who has no actual idea, or a normal programmer who has not idea about what the program is all about. Just see the definition of the program, what is the program all about, not going through the total program. The user or the programmer need not go through the total program to go to the total program to see what the program is all about. For example, I write program to find simple interest. So whatever the program may be written here, whatever the program may be written here, this program deals with finding out the simple interest. So one user, when he comes to open the program and will see the program to find the simple interest, simply he knows that this program is all about writing the course to find out the simple interest. So his mind is clear, or the goal is clear, that this program is all about these things, and this program is created for this purpose. So this is the definition section. We can also mention our name here, who has actually created the message, name of the author, or we can write the date of creation or date of modification. So all these things we can mention here. So program, it consists of the name of the program, or name of the author, or it may consist of name or date of modification of the program, or date of creation of the program. So this gives a clear idea to another user or programmer that what the program is all about. So this is the first section. This is not a compulsory part, this is not a mandatory part, this is an optional part, but a good programmer always write the documentation section to give a clear idea to another user what the program is all about. The next part is link section. In the link section, we mainly attach some of the preprocessor files or header files, such as include stdio.h. That means standard input output header file. So this is a header file. This symbol is known as preprocessor. Preprocessor. Before the starting of the process of the program, we include the header files. This means the preprocessor file will include the header files. What is a header file? Header file is actually a file in C program, in the C library, which consists of the inbuilt function, Inbuilt function means the function which are already there in the C library or the C compiler. Those can be used for any manipulation. For example, two functions are printf, scanf. So these two functions are included within the stdio.h. So if I will means the program written for printf and scanf are written inside the stdio.h header file. So if inside the program I will use these two files, printf and scanf, if I will use those two files, then I have to include the stio.h file. Clear? Simply, if I will use strt, square root, to find out the square root function, then I have to use math.h. I can use math.h, another punyo.h. So different types of header files are there according to the requirements. If I will use the function, inbuilt function, then I have to include the header file which contains the coding of those inbuilt functions. Like here I am using printf and scanf. So I will use the code or the file which consists of the coding of printf and scanf. So that file is stdio.h. So standard input output header file consists of the coding of printf and scanf. So whenever I will use the printf and scanf in my program, I have to include this file, because if I will not include this file, this will give error. That because the coding of this program is written inside this. If I will not include, then these functions cannot be executed. So I have to include different types of header files in this linking section to use different types of inbuilt functions in C programs. The third part is the definition part. Definition part. For example, as defined, pi is equal to 3.141. Pi is equal to 3.141. So I will define this. The pi is a variable whose value is this. So this is a constant value which will be used throughout the program. Its value will not change. I will define its value throughout the program. Throughout the program, the value will be same. Or I can use has define max is equal to 50. That means max is a variable which value is 50 throughout the program. Throughout the program, its value will be 50. So this is the definition section. Next is the global declaration. What is global declaration? Global declaration means if I global declare any variable, or function, then this can be used by any function or any program, any program part within our program. So for example, I will define int x is equal to 10. So this is a global declaration which is outside the main function. The global variable declaration is outside the main function. Inside the main function, that is known as local variable declaration. So outside the main function, this is global variable declaration. That means x is equal to 10 throughout the program. X is equal to 10 throughout the program. Its value will remain unchanged, or it remains fixed throughout the program because it is globally declared. It is outside because the program starts from the main function. It is outside the main function. That means its value will remain same throughout the program. So it is known as global declaration. The fifth and the most important part is the main part. Main function is the part from which the program execution starts, is the part from which the C program execution starts. So when the C compiler will reach main function, it will start the C program execution. It will start the C program execution. So this is the main function. One C program must contain one main function, only one main function. We can use different types of functions, our user defined function, inbuilt functions. The main function is only one function. So main function is declared here means a program execution starts from this position. From this position the program execution starts. Within the main function there are two parts. One is, there are three parts: local variable declaration. Local variable declaration, for example, int a is equal to 5, b is equal to 10, sum. This is the local variable declaration. A, b and sum. There are three variables which are declared inside the main. That's why these are known as local variable declaration. If these are declared outside the main function, then those will be known as global variable declaration. So a, b and sum, three variables I have taken which are declared inside the main function. So these are known as local variable declaration. So program statements, I will discuss this. Program statements, I will write down sum is equal to a plus b. So this is one of the summation I have taken, a plus b is equal to sum. So this is the execution of the program. What will be executed, the program will start its execution. Sum is equal to a plus b, summation will be done. So it will be 15, so I will give the output as 15. So this is called local variable declaration, and this is the use of variables to perform any program or program execution. I can use some user defined functions. Such as I want to find out the sum of a variable. So sum ab. Outside the function I will cut sum xy. This I will declare a function sum ab, and outside that same function name, the value of the variables a will be passed to x, value variable b will be passed to y, sum is equal to x plus y. So I have declared one user defined function outside the main. I have declared a user defined function which will be called inside the main function. This is called inside the main function to the function name. So when I will use sum, that means it will call the user defined function which is declared or outside the main function into the main program, and it will be executed. So this is all about the structure of a C program. This is all about structure of a C program, where the main part is the main function part. In this part the program execution starts. The documentation section, linking section, global variable declaration, definition section, all these things are not compulsory in nature. That means we can have those, we may not have those things, but we should use all those things. We must use documentation section for the betterment of the programmer and the other users for which the program may be used in the later stage. Linking section, we can link the different types of header files here. Definition section, we can define some variables which will be globally available to all the program. Global variable declaration, the variables which are declared outside the main function, those are global variable declaration. The main function, another part, the most important part is every C program has some statements or instructions. These are the instructions line by line, and each instruction must be terminated with a semicolon symbol. But the main function does not terminate with main function. Each statement inside the main function will be terminated with the semicolon, except the main function. In main function we cannot give the semicolon symbol. Okay, let's try a simple example. I want to find out sum of two numbers. So the first documentation I write down, to find sum of two numbers. The first part is over. Linking section, I link two parts. One is hash include stdio.h, one header file, standard input output header file for printf and scanf. Then has include conio.h. This is another standard input output file, console input output file for getcs and CLR SCR. These things are not necessary for this. Then main function, local variable declaration, I have taken int a is equal to 5, b is equal to 10, sum. I have declared three variables a, b and sum. A is 5, b is 10, sum is not available here. Sum will be calculated. Written sum is equal to a plus b, printf sum is equal to sum. So in this part, this is the documentation section, this is the linking section, this is the main part. Within the main part there is variable declaration, then this is the program execution, what to be done, and this is the printf statement used to find out the output, to show the output to the printout screen, and the coding of this part is written inside this header file stdio.h, and the getcs get the characters in the output stream, and the coding of getcs is written inside the conio.h. We can also use CLR SCR function, means to clear the screen when each time the program is executed. We can clear this can be used here, CLR SCR. So this is the simple program as compared to this. We will go deeply into some complicated programs later stage. So I hope you have enjoyed. So this is the basic structure using which we will create a C program. So you have to remember this. This is the basic structure, means using this structure we have to create all the C programs. Okay. So thank you very much for the class. So I have enjoyed. You have enjoyed the class, I think. And if you have any doubt, then you can comment me in the comment section. Thank you very much again, and stay tuned for the next class. Thank you very much.